What is going on YouTube? So today we're going to kick this video off with I'm trying to make sure that I can actually get this title for the Civic sent off. It's a VA title, which usually goes pretty smooth, but it does have a stamp for a lien on it. But it was also signed and dated 4/22 back in 2002. So I guess that is good to go. And I just really want to go ahead and try it before we actually start trying to mess with this car and it not work, and then we end up just having to junk. Because like I said, I'm only 450 bucks in. If the title doesn't work out, I can always part it out. It's got brand new tires. They're worth like $250 by themselves. So I'm not really worried. I'll just cut my losses and move on. So we're back out in the shop, guys. I've got my outside intake setup removed again. What I went in and did, and I went on and sprayed it again just to make it look all nice and brand new. And I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna go ahead and stick the headlight back in and get this side completely buttoned up. And yeah, she'll be back to being a street car. So it is the next day here, guys, and I'm just out here. I went by James's shop yesterday for a little bit, but we mainly just chopped it up, and I was just going over details on as to what I need to do to make the turbo setup work in this car. And the main reason why I'm even thinking about this, because I love this car all motor. I love the reliability. It's smooth. AC works great, and I don't really want to complicate it with that, because really all that's left with this car is to paint it and put wheels on it, and I'll be good. Then we had a problem with this car, and the issue that I'm having, which I kind of figured it when I first got the title, when I bought the car. I looked at it. I'm not dumb. I know what the title should look like, and I know if seeing problems with it, but for the price, and you know, I really wanted a shell in this like generation. I really like this generation, but seeing the amount of like the cost for putting an FH into this, and the title itself had like a lien that was supposed to have been closed out back in 2002, but bank don't even exist anymore. But the lien was signed off back in 2002, so I think we can work with it. But while I try to sort that out, I didn't want to just put the turbo project on hold. So then this car came into mind, and I was like, well, I know DF Squad wants to see something turbo. I feel like this would be the simplest thing. Well, I felt like this would be the simplest thing, but the more I look into it, this isn't going to be that easy either. But I think we've got a better starting platform here than we do with this, with waiting 2-3 months for rides and stuff. I really just kind of want to go ahead and get a turbo setup going. So with that being said, we're on to this car for now. Now, that's not saying we're not going to turbo this, but I came up with a whole bunch of new plans for this if we can get the title sent off. And if I can get the title sent off, I will update y'all later as to what I plan on doing. But this car is kind of going to go through 2 stages. Again, I will update y'all on that whenever we get the title straight, if we get the title. If we don't get the title straight, then my plan is to continue looking for what I wanted to start with, which is a CD5 Accord shell. And if I can find one of those, I'm definitely going to jump on that first, and we'll come back to one of these later if we can't get the title straight. But again, that's all in the future. We'll talk about that. For now, the CB7. So I'm supposed to actually be meeting a guy which watches my videos. He's a pretty cool guy. I've met him a couple times at some of the Raleigh meets. He's got a F23 turbo Manny, like pretty much the same one that I bought for the F22, but as everybody knows, the F23 has one here, two in the middle, and one over there. You can see the spacing is wider here than in between these two, so you can't use the F22 manuals on the F23. So that being said, he has one supposed to be brand new for 50 bucks, and I'm trying to grab that. Once I got that, everything else will just fall into place as usual. I talked to James yesterday, and he was saying to get a traction bar for this to eliminate the big bar down there, which you can see I already cut a hole to make the header fit. The bad thing about that is eBay does not make a traction bar for this. So the next thing is like Innovative, and Innovative wants like $260 for one for this car. It's kind of, you know, starting to add up to be more than what I wanted to spend right now to get this turbo. But I was thinking about other ways to get around it. Now, one thing that I do think I have to do, well, two things. I have to do a clutch, and I have to swap these mounts out for solid mounts. And that being said, the cross member mainly is going to be in the way if I want to run my exhaust back down, which eventually I do. But I'm thinking for the time being, I might just hit a junkyard, get me like a 50 buck hood, cut a hole and just up pipe it out and run it like that until I can actually get the brace that goes across to get rid of that, because I don't think I want to spend that kind of money on that when I can use that towards the mounts. The mounts gonna be like $260 because no eBay company makes mounts for this car either. So it's just, either way you look at it is money, but with this car it was even more money, and again with the title situation. So with this, it's actually cheaper to get K-swap mounts. So that's kind of, we're not talking about that. But yeah, so the subframe, well, the cross member in the front here needs to be deleted, and he said it'd be a great idea. Well, we really need to get rid of this wishbone mount, and to do that you kind of got to do solid mounts everywhere else. So yeah, the main two things on the list: solid mounts, and I need a better clutch, because I know this thing is not going to handle 250 foot-pounds. So definitely need a better clutch. But other than that, the intercooler is on its way. That should be here Monday, well, tomorrow. And I need probably some 550 injectors. I've got a bigger Walbro 255 fuel pump that I'm going to be using, because the goal with this car is only 300. If I can touch 300, I'll be happy with that. I'm not trying to run E85 or none of that stuff. I just want it to be on basic pump 93 where it's readily available. And yeah, just keep it simple, make it work, make some decent power and choo-choo noises, and make you guys happy. Max Speed and Rides, again, shout out to Macy at Max Speed and Rides and the Max Speed and Rides company. They are sending me the wastegate, blow-off valve, a catch can, and it might be something else that I'm not remembering right now. But yeah, they're sending me all that stuff out, so hopefully they'll be here within the next week. Really, the last thing that I need to order as far as the actual kit itself is the piping, and then I should be good to go. But before I drop it off at James's, I want to try to get the mounts put in and a clutch put in. And to do that, I might just pull the engine, because it'll be a lot easier, and I can stick all the mounts in, put the new clutch in, slap it back in the car, and then take it to James. That being said, guys, I know this was probably a lot of talking and stuff, but I really like to keep y'all up to date and keep the book open as far as what's going on with the project. So make sure you smack the like button if you're excited to see the CB7 on Boost, and just excited in general to see me boost something. So yeah, I will catch y'all later. Remember, respect all bills. Peace out.